Freire, a leader I learned about before visiting Freire School, was a Brazilian educator that was best known for his work called the pedagogy of the oppressed. His work focused on the relationship between teachers and students in the classroom. Freire opposed the idea of teachers obtaining complete power over the students where they could not talk at all. His advice was to consider everyone's unique point of view, not just one person was better than another. Freire's belief was that teachers and students should work together to learn off each other. Each person has different ideas and views on certain topics where everyone could learn from. The title of this video, Leaders in Learning, was decided on the beliefs of Paulo Freire and how students are not the only ones that learn something new every day. The next leader learned in class was a woman named Erin Gruelle, who was an American teacher known for her unique way of teaching. She was the founder of Freedom Writers Foundation, where she changed the lives of many students. Gruelle took an average, boring high school class and transformed it into a fun learning environment. Students that were experiencing hardships turned their lives around thanks to Erin. They realized the true value of life and their education. The last leader the class learned about was Mother Teresa. She was a Roman Catholic religious sister and missionary whose mission was to change the world. Mother Teresa focused primarily on the poor because these people were often homeless nor had money to eat. She did not care what race you were or if you believed in God. She just knew it was her job to help the poor. As went on, we learned more about social justice. For me, social justice pertains to giving everyone a chance they deserve no matter how much money they have or what color they are. It's not fair that those who don't have a lot of money or don't come from a wealthy family are unable to receive some opportunities as others. The class went to go visit Paulo Freire Charter School for the first time. This opportunity gave us a chance to meet the principal, Luba Marsh, and find out more information about the school. I felt that this field trip was great prior to actually completing social justice work. It allowed us to prepare ourselves for our first day of field work. We further discussed what the school needed, and Luba mentioned how art supplies were limited along with potential assistance with tutoring, grant writing, the food pantry, and more. This then helped each person in Dr. Jarvis's class to pick which team they thought would be best to help with. I ended up choosing the tutor team, mainly focusing with math because it was one of my strongest subjects in school. Even though I had no experience with tutoring, I felt that it was important to try it out because it was a new adventure for me. The first day of tutoring had arrived. I was very nervous and didn't know what to expect. At first, there was a lot of confusion about what room to go to. However, everything was soon fixed. The math tutors were placed in room 103. I helped 3 students with their food web worksheet, even though it wasn't math. I noticed that many of the students stay after school to be fed dinner. It seemed that they were extremely hungry and maybe didn't receive the proper nutrition at home. It made me sad. The room was equipped with laptops for each student to use. There were also many posters on the walls in which the students could refer to for further assistance. All the posters were bright colored and even had handprints on them. The second day I got to tutor more students. I got sent to the history room where I met Rosa, Samantha, and Giselle working on autobiographies. They stated that they didn't need my assistance at first, which I was a bit disappointed in. As time passed by, a boy named Julian asked if I could assist him with conversions. I helped him convert inches to feet and vice versa. This week I learned that in order to be a strong person, you have to get through the bad to achieve the good. I wasn't very happy placed in the history room, but I remained patient and waited until someone needed my help. The third day, the tutor team arrived to the school very early, so I got to relax in the teacher's lounge. For many of us, it was our first time in the teacher's lounge. Once we went to our assigned classrooms, I noticed how noisy and how energetic the students were. It was more than usual, and took them a while to settle down. Pooja and I were still able to help Michael with his pattern worksheet. This week I learned that everything does not go as planned. I wanted to assist more students, but it seemed that many of them didn't have work to do. When doing social justice in the real world, nothing goes as planned. The fourth day was the last day. There was not one student that needed tutoring. Jen and I decided that it would be best to take pictures of the school for this project. We caught Dr. Jarvis helping a student out and sniped a picture of him. This week I learned that not everything works out in your favor. Doing social justice takes time. If everything worked out perfectly, then it'd be a perfect world. And is it a perfect world? Absolutely not. Many things were learned these past 4 weeks. My understanding of social justice was completely different once I headed into the fieldwork. I was happy I was able to make a difference in those students' lives and hope to complete more social justice work in the future.